No control, everyone, and I call it natural speed. To give you less is more. What that ball needs is speed. It allows the club to feel heavy, letting the club do the work. That's the key to less is more. Don't try in golf. Natural speed is something that you can't feel. I might shank it. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Warren Bennett. We've got Trev down there waiting patiently just beside the camera, as you can probably see from the drone shot. And what you can probably see is we've got a very cloudy sky today. Again, we've had a lot of rain over the last 24 hours, so it's been difficult actually the last few days. Thought it was going to be a nice weather week, but yeah, it's been difficult to get out here and miss the rain. But we've got a little weather window. Hopefully I can give you a little quick video and a tip to give you less is more. If you want to create a little bit more natural speed by doing less, if you want to create a little bit more distance, and the difficult thing about golf, I'll go into a little bit more detail with the video, is we won't be able to feel that. So too many golfers put too much effort in and not get the reward. So I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to show you a lovely little exercise that you can actually do warming up before your round, actually during the round as well. But it's really going to give you a sense of letting the club do the work. So I'll just get the back camera set up. Trev's okay down there, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay everyone, so welcome back to another video on the channel and welcome to the penultimate video of the February series. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've really enjoyed making it, although it's been very long days editing it and getting it out. But it's really here for you to improve your golf. Not every video is going to be for everyone, because everyone, as we know, has got different faults and different times in their golf journey. Everyone's different physically, and some of us have limitations in terms of physical capabilities, how we swing the club. And if you're new to the channel, thank you very much for coming along and welcome. And if you've been here for a while, you would have heard me say my favourite statement is less is more. What that ball needs is speed. And there's two versions of this actually. One for the golfer that needs a little bit more hand and arm education and efficiency, and maybe for the elite golfer who creates a little bit too much independence. I've got another way to do it as well. So narrow stance. If I had a big wide stance, I'm allowed to move around without losing my balance. If I did the same with a narrow stance, any sort of lateral movement, I'm going to feel that. So I like a nice natural, a nice narrow stance to be able to keep nice and central. That forces everything to work and swing a bit more. Whew, right, okay, let's get into it. Take your grip, left hand off, you can put it in your pocket, and I'd like you just to swing the club with your right hand and arm only. And the feeling with this is to get the club swinging long. You don't want to still cheat and swing too much with your body. So get the wrists moving, get a bit of setting into your wrist, so by the time your hand hits your shoulder area or your kind of right arm parallel to the ground, you want the club to be pointing up. Keep it going behind you. You don't really have to turn here. And from here, the secret is to allow this to drop. You can see everything's nice and passive. And what this exercise does, it allows the club to feel heavy. My grip's pretty light. You can see my fingers, I'm not really holding on here, but I'm allowing this club to release. You can see what my wrist is doing. You can do this little exercise too. Just where my hand is kind of my palms facing that front camera, and then it's going through a 180-degree turn, but I'm allowing my club to swing past me. So that's a great little exercise you can do. Not doing it with my shoulder. I'm just allowing my arm just to go from slightly bent, as I did with the right arm exercise a couple of days ago, to release. So as my arm's going from slightly bent to pretty straight around there, but I'm not forcing it straight. Wrist, first of all, does the rotation. That pulls my arm straight and that pulls my shoulder through. So my club now is doing all the work. You can see my body's doing 1%. Okay, so we're going to hit a ball now. Make it easy on your life. I would definitely tee it up. Nice and long. We're not trying to hit it hard. We're not going to try and create speed. Off my first go, I'll take it straight. And you can see I hardly put any effort in. And all the speed is down there. The rear arm swing, so a right arm swing, produces a bit more arm and wrist release. A little snap down the bottom. Nice and light. Let the club pass my head. Let the club pass my head. A little bit more up the right. And it doesn't have to be hit well. It doesn't really matter about strike or anything like that. But hitting it with a golf ball always gives you a little bit more of a fast tracking motion. A little bit of setting in my right wrist there. You can see from behind view. Now it's got somewhere to go. And now it's got something to release. Ball roughly in the middle of my stance there. Point it up. Let go. Not even looking it. Club has pulled most of my body through. That's the key to less is more. So what we can do, we can start speeding that up if you like. I'm basically letting the weight of the club do the work there. So we can just kind of take it up a gear, up, through. Beautiful. But it's not a distance exercise, so don't get sucked in to try and hit it too hard with the body. Remember, this is just an arm and hand and wrist release. It's really important to not go this way because now it can't release. So what you're looking for is a nice early set of the wrists and keep the right arm away from you. Naturally now, because of the weight of the club, because you're only gripping it with one hand, the club will want to drop. And then if you stay nice and still, it will release past you. Nice and light, up. Lovely. If you're a golfer who is into their latter years or has some restrictions, or if you just want to create a little bit more speed, let's face it, who doesn't? Because the only thing that's going to propel that ball further is speed. Obviously there's other factors as well, angle of attack and hitting it out the middle, but the first port of call is you've got to have some speed, and I call it natural speed. Natural speed is something that you can't feel. Too many golfers put too much effort in, and if the cog of the body wheel is going too much, the arm and hand and club wheel can't swing. So the secret to be able to create a little bit more speed with consistency is having a little bit more of a passive body motion, feeling anyway. So when you pull the pin, everything will be joined together. So you can feel the same thing when you put two hands on, club pointing up, and then from here you're doing the same thing, you're allowing it to swing past. No control, everyone. Don't try and control this club head. Let it pass you. If I had an arrow pointing out of my belly button, my club head is passing that, feeling anyway. It doesn't have to be as exaggerated as that. Nice and narrow, light grip, point it up in the air, drop it and let it go. Don't try in golf. If you try too hard, you're using the wrong parts of the body. Okay, so that's for the golfer who wants to create a little bit more efficiency of their arm and hand release, a little bit more speed. What about the golfer who wants to control that speed a bit more? Now, I wouldn't say it's the elite golfer, but probably just for the golfer who creates too much of a hook spin on the ball. So what can we do for that? Okay, so what we're going to do on the same theme, but we're going to do it with our left hand only, obviously right-handers. Because what left arm swings, or what they call lead arm swings now, is what that does, it makes you rotate more. To hit that ball and create the power you need that rotation. So to hit it with the left arm, you can't drop it, you have to rotate. Come on Trev, you can't sit there bud. Get your ball out of the way, I might shank it. So for me to be able to hit this ball consistently, I've got to be able to use my trunk a little bit more. Remember, completely opposite to the first one. Oh, it went out to the right, but I struck it okay. Let's go again. Oh, that was better. How much the right arm swings, I stay nice and passive and just use a bit more hand release. Left arm swings, I'm using a bit more body release because I have to. Feeling my left shoulder turn through the ball a little bit earlier. There we go. I wouldn't say I'm going to hit this left. I'm going to say I'll probably pop it out to the right a little bit more. And that's good. That means there's no club face rotation. That means I want to take off that hook spin, you see. This is why left arm swings only are fantastic for that. Oh, best one today. You can see my turn through the ball, look at that. The guide to this swing is my body rotation. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for joining me for another one, and it looks like we got away with it with the weather, and we bid you farewell. If you've stuck around for the February series and watched a few of the videos, thank you very much for your support. If you haven't, I'll put them in a playlist for you to watch for future reference. If you've become a member of the Academy through the YouTube scheme, thank you very much. Your support means a great deal because it really does take the pressure off for me to get over here and to make the videos for you. So your support, I'm not just saying this, means a great deal and I'm very, very appreciative. Okay everyone, so I'll wrap up now. I better get home and edit this as well as tomorrow's video. Something a bit different tomorrow. and so I've got a lot of editing to do before then. So from myself and Trev, who now knows it's the end of the video, we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great golfing day if you're playing. Let's hope it's a little bit more sunnier tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Cheerio. Right, okay Trev, do I kick this? Ready? Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, it plugged. That's how wet it is out here.